And good evening, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Amanda Ryba. I am the founder of the Illuminate Your Wealth community, and I have always prided myself on illuminating to the world what wealthy people do with their money. And I'm very passionate about educating clients on ways that your money can grow tax-free with no stock market risk, and it's still accessible to you. So as you guys kind of navigate my page, you'll see that I educate on a lot of that content because there are products that fall into the space that can do that for clients, such as IUL policies, Index Universal Life. I'm such a huge fan of those products because they have such phenomenal benefits for clients. So in order to be able to offer those products to clients, us in the insurance and investment space, we have to be connected to an agency that allows us the ability to work with many different carriers that offer those products. And I have recently come on board with the GFI team. I decided to link arms with them in February of this year. And I have to say that I am so excited to be a part of this team. I'm so excited to be a part of the leadership and all the amazing things that are happening. So my goal today is just to share with you a little bit about the updates that are happening with GFI. I know there's a lot of buzz going on out there in the community with who GFI is, where they're coming from, what they're doing, where they're headed, the vision, the products that we're working with, the technology, the leadership. There are so many questions about it. And the reason I look so fancy today is I actually just left a GFI leadership event at one of the country clubs over here in California where I live with our CEO and some of our leadership team. And it was absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to kind of share some of that with you. So if you've been looking into GFI and you want to know who we are, either maybe you're an agent and you're looking for us to possibly partner with, like I did, come on board our team, or maybe you are looking to just learn more about the company as a whole because you might want to become a client of theirs, or maybe you are thinking about getting into the industry and you've got, the insurance, the investment industry, the financial industry is the highest paid industry in the world because it's the number one highest paid industry in the world, and you want to get into it either for a side business or for your full-time income at some point to start a business. Check out GFI. All I have to say is I've been with the company now since the beginning of the year. Fantastic things are happening. We are an IMO, but we say IMO stands for Inspirational Marketing Organization. We are the fastest growing inspirational marketing company in the entire world. We have the most amount of agents in the shortest amount of time. We are breaking records for how quickly this company is growing. We have over 11,000 new agents that have been added to the company since just the beginning of the year. And I am just so excited for all of the expansion that we are seeing. So to share with you kind of a little bit about us and what has been working for us, first and foremost, I think it's important to say that this is a company that was developed by field leaders for field leaders, meaning that the founder and the CEO of this company that started GFI, they come to us with over 20 years of experience in the insurance space, where they were making over $1 million a month in the organization that they were at prior to starting GFI. And they noticed that there were things that with that company that they were with prior, it just didn't fit the vision and the direction that they wanted their team to go. And they had big dreams, they had big plans. There's a lot of things that they cared about on the back office side that they wanted to right with, I should say, right the wrongs, right, and help their team grow. So they took a lot of that and they decided to start their own company, which is GFI, which is basically just the company that connects agents to all the different product providers that we work with. So people always ask, does GFI make any insurance products or annuity products? No, right? GFI doesn't make any insurance or annuity products. GFI is the middleman. They're the person that is connecting our license and our code number to all the different companies that we can do business with. They create all of the selling agreements. They run our back office. They run our payroll. They pay our agents. They do everything on the back end that we could possibly need to be in business. So when you're choosing an IMO or an agency to work with, like, it's very important that you select an agency that cares a lot about its people and making sure that they're doing the right thing for their agents, but also that those agents are doing the right things for clients. So one thing that I really love about GFI is the fact that we have a mission to be the best trained agency in the entire industry. Like the entire industry, like all we want to focus on is doing good business. We don't ever want to do any harm to clients. We are not fans or believers in churning business or putting people into policies that don't make sense. Like, we're big believers in always doing the right thing for the client. So how do we do that, right? Like, we have 11,000 agents on the team since the beginning of the year. How are we making sure that they all get trained? Well, we have a system, right, that we are pumping people into. We have product trainings that are happening every single day of the week, product trainings by our product providers, and product trainings by our agents that are actually using the product and specifying these for clients. So we've got that all figured out. We have the best system when it comes to not just the product training in terms of leadership and mindset and personal growth and all of that. We focus on all of those characteristics. And our goal is to really equip our team. Like just with me and myself personally, I do a lot of case study role plays with my team. We do a lot of role playing classes. We'll run different scenarios together. I will meet with a client and bring what I learned from that appointment and have my team make recommendations and give me ideas on how we could help that client. So we are constantly running different scenarios, boot camps, illustration training, all different products and services. Everything is taught literally 5, 6, 7 days a week, every single week. So we're on a mission to make sure that we have the best trained team out there. But in addition to that, it's really important to us that our team knows that we are building a really important company culture here, right? Because culture is everything. Like if you can work for a fantastic company, but if the culture isn't there and the mindset and the mission and the values of that company are not there, then it's going to crumble, right? It just doesn't work. So we are big on integrity. We are big on doing the right thing. We have like I should say, we don't have a corporate environment here, right? The previous company that I was connected to, it was very corporate. Like, yes, I'm a business owner, I run my own show, but they were in charge of everything that I was doing. They were literally like all eyes on me all the time. I couldn't do anything without their approval, and it was way too corporate. When you get into this industry, the goal is to be an independent agent. The goal is to be your own business owner. We don't need a company hovering over top of us and managing us from over top, right? The goal is to let us be free, let us do what we do best, which is help clients and build our teams. We don't need to be reporting to a corporate company. So we don't have any of that energy here. Everybody is excited. Everybody is focused on doing things the right way. People are coming here to learn, to grow. We are extremely transparent. There is nothing to hide here at GFI, and I love that. And people have come to me and said, like, they have come from other organizations where transparency is just not a thing. Like, they're constantly being surprised by maybe different fees or different strategies or things that the team is doing that just doesn't align with what they know to be true and to be correct. So we are very, very, very transparent here when it comes to GFI, because our goal is to be the number one inspirational marketing company in the entire world. And we can't do that if we hold back, right? We have loyalty, we have respect, we have growth, we have a brotherhood and a sisterhood here. We are a family oriented environment, right? We always say that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And we believe in what we call the 5 F's, which stands for your faith, your family, your finances, your fitness, and your fun. And we believe in doing your best to have balance between all 5 F's, or at least strive to be at 70% in all 5 F's. Now, we know that's not always 100% possible, but that is what our leadership stands behind. And the people that are leading this company, we come at this from a positive mindset, right? Like there's a lot of good things that are happening. All we talk about is where we're headed. We don't talk about where we've been. We don't talk about other companies. We're not out here bad mouthing other agencies or reasons why you shouldn't work with them. Like those are not things that are on our radar. Our goal is to provide value. Our goal is to focus on our agents and our clients and make sure we're always doing the right thing. And we know we're always doing the right thing because we have the best of the best technology in the entire industry. Guys, I literally just left a leadership event today where they're just giving us even more and more technology, ways that we can make sure we're doing the best things for our clients, because we work with about 27 different insurance companies. That's a lot of companies. So for us as agents, it's really hard to stay on top of knowing and understanding which company is best for your client, right? It's darn near impossible to figure that out sometimes. So we have a technology partner, which is amazing, which is Ethos. They're fantastic. They are a technology partner that connects us to a few different insurance companies, where through them, the clients can actually scan a QR code on our website. They can go directly to our website, scan a QR code, or they can just literally apply through the website to get a policy with Ethos, and Ethos will take them through all of the steps, and Ethos will make the best recommendation for them at the end of their submission and let them know, based on what you shared, this is what is going to essentially make the most sense. So That being said, that's one of the product providers that we work with. We also work with another company that allows us to compare different IUL illustrations, where we can actually run different IUL illustrations side by side and see which one's going to give the client the best cash value, which one's going to allow them access to the most amount of money in the first couple years. We can compare and see. What else was I going to say? We can compare and see like which one has a cheaper cost of insurance. We can run all of that together side by side so we know for sure again we're doing the right thing for the client. And we can also bring that in and compare that to traditional retirement products like 401ks, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, SEP IRAs, and literally run them side by side and see which one's going to get the most out of that product in retirement. So we work with products like that. And they just announced today that we were bringing on board the platform a company that can do this now with annuities. So if you know people that have recently changed jobs, recently retired, or recently gotten laid off, and they have money in maybe an old 401k or an IRA that they want to roll out, right? They need to protect and preserve that for retirement. That's where fixed indexed annuities come in. There is a platform that we can go to where we can literally run like 80 different indexed annuity companies, and we can narrow that down to just, the top 3 to 5 that are just the best, absolute best in what they do. And we can compare bonuses, we can compare strategies, indexes, cash value, fees, literally everything in front of the client, and then literally choose the best one based on what that client's goals are, right? Because some clients are going for cash value, some clients are going for highest growth, some are going for not cash value, some are going for income, right? Some are going for a bonus. All different things. So the technology here at GFI is unbelievable. There is nothing like it out there in the industry. We have the best of the best products to make sure that we as agents are always doing the best thing for our clients. And from there, like I mentioned earlier, we do work with over 27 different insurance companies. And that being said, more and more are coming to the platform every single day. I will say, when we first got started, we did overwhelm a few insurance companies because we grew so quickly. And the reality is, most of them just didn't expect our growth, right? Our leadership tried to tell them, hey guys, we're going to have 5,000 agents by this point, 10,000 agents by this point, 20,000 agents by this point. And all insurance carriers kind of just laughed. And they were like, okay, cute. We'll see. And what did we do? We surpassed the numbers that our leadership told them we would hit by the date they said we would hit it by. And we submitted a significant amount of new business in the first couple months of working with us. And they literally couldn't handle it. So the insurance companies were like, please start to look at other companies. So we have an amazing amount of companies on our platform, all grade A, all been in business for 50 years, 100 years, some 175 years that we work with. And what I love about our products and our providers is we specifically now work with 2 insurance companies that actually offer living benefits to children. Do you guys hear me? Living benefits to children. With my old company that I worked with prior to GFI, I didn't even know that was an option. I was just always told children cannot get approved for living benefits until they're at least 18. Well, that's not true. There are actually 2 companies on our platform that offer that. So we are big on making sure that kids from the day they're born, 0 years old, right, can have living benefits inside of their IUL that you guys are using for their college fund, right? That is a possibility. We work with 4 different insurance companies right now that I know of, at least. There's probably more that offer instant approvals. I'm talking on the spot. We submit that application with the insurance company. Bam, 10 seconds later, they're approved. Bam, 10 seconds later, that policy is going through the system to get issued out and go into effect immediately for that client. We have literally a carrier where like they can click purchase on the screen and it's immediately issued. So for somebody that it's really important that they get life insurance today, which I've met many people that are urgent, like need this done today, that is an option, right? That does exist. We have the ability to provide that. We work with an insurance carrier that, and this is something I'm very passionate about, being in the space where I work with a lot of IULs. I have come across a lot of IULs where they just were not designed correctly. Maybe the agent wasn't educated. They got way too much life insurance for how much they're contributing per month. So we actually work with an insurance carrier that will fix incorrectly designed IULs. All we have to do is submit it as I guess the best way to say it would be we're going to submit it as a replacement, right? Essentially. But we have to explain why. And the insurance carrier can look at that and see, okay, like what can we do to fix that? So that is amazing. I'm so excited for that to be able to offer that to people that have poorly designed IULs. Also, Our goal is to obviously work with multiple different carriers. Like I mentioned, we have over 27 different ones on the company on our platform, and we actually work with a handful of companies that can do infinite banking, the buzzword, infinite banking, loan features, everything we need with IULs and with whole life. So you all know I'm not a big fan of whole life, right? That's not really a product that I choose to work in. I don't see a lot of benefits in it, but there are people that want that. They really want the whole life and they want that with infinite banking. So we have a couple carriers on our platform that we can do the infinite banking with whole life, which is great, and obviously a handful that can do that with IULs, which is fantastic. We have term policies that have living benefits inside of them. We have IULs that have living benefits and long-term care inside of them, which is fantastic. And the living benefits that we offer, we have carriers that offer 5 different living benefits, which is critical injury, critical illness, terminal injury, chronic, and Alzheimer's riders. So all of these can be added as living benefits. So that is fantastic. I'm super excited about that. And when it comes to compensation, right? Because if you're an agent, obviously you care about how you get paid, right? We all talk about that. And there are a handful of people that believe that we should work for free, right? They think that we get paid way too much for what we do. The reality is, it takes a lot of education to be able to do this correctly, right? It's like do you expect your doctor to work for you for free, or do you expect your lawyer to work for you for free, or if you call a plumber out to your house, do you expect him to work for you for free? Like it takes a lot of time and education to be able to do what we do correctly. I've been in this space for 8 years, you guys, and I'm still always learning. So I am never afraid to say that I get paid for what I do. I 100% believe I deserve every penny that I make because I have put in thousands and thousands and thousands of hours to know how to properly design these policies for people. It takes a lot of time and effort. Books, everything you can imagine. I have put so much time, energy, and effort into that. So, in terms of payout, most insurance companies, I should say agencies that you would work with, maybe they'll offer you a really fancy, like high contract on something. But the question is, how does that actually get paid out? This is what you want to ask yourself. How does that commission get paid out? If I'm getting paid 140%, how does that get paid out? Do I get 100% of that up front? That's most likely not the case. You're most likely going to get maybe 50, maybe 75% up front, and the rest of that commission will get spread out over the course of a year. So that's what we tend to see is the average in the industry. You get a little bit up front and then you get trails throughout the year. Not here at GFI. Our leadership and our founders have made it very, very imperative that we will only work with insurance carriers that are grade A and that will pay our agents the right way, which means paid 100% up front after that policy gets issued, signed, sealed, and delivered, and the premium is on file for that client. We get paid 100% of our commission right up front. We do not have to deal with it getting spread out over 12, 15, 24 months period. And most insurance carriers, again, are not going to do that. And we get paid 100% of our targets with most of our carriers, 100%. So whatever that is, that's coming out to us at the field, times that by your contract, and that's how we get compensated. So that's so important. And most of the carriers we work with, they pay daily. So we're getting paid twice a week here at GFI, every Tuesday and every Friday. It's not just once a week. It's not just we always like to joke and say we get paid bi-weekly, right? We get paid 2 times a week, which to you, those of you that may have a job bi-weekly might mean once every other week. To us, it means twice a week. And that's because we're constantly doing business, right? We're constantly out there helping clients. So our commissions will come in from the carriers. Most of them will pay us daily. And so that you guys know, another thing that I love about GFI is we don't have to collect payment from the client that we're sitting down with. If I'm helping a client, I don't have to collect $2, $3, $4, $5,000 to have that conversation. Whatever insurance company that client chooses to do business with, because again, we're presenting them with options, right? Whichever one they choose to do business with, that company will pay GFI. GFI will pay me 100% of my commission all up front. So that being said, I think that was the majority of the things that I did want to share with you. One last thing that I think is really important when you are shopping for an agency to be a part of, to work with, it is important that whatever company you're with, it has ownership, right? And one thing that I love about GFI is we have real true ownership here. Meaning, if anything were to ever happen to me, I can actually list a beneficiary to my code number. Now, there are other insurance agencies out there that have very high guidelines for this that would say that you have to have a certain amount of production, you have to have promoted a certain amount of people in your organization to be able to leave a beneficiary to your code number. That is not the case with GFI. We have to reach a certain position, which to reach that is just a little bit of production. That's it. You don't have to have anybody at a broker position, nothing like that. And then you can list anyone you want to be your beneficiary. They don't even have to live in the United States. You can list anyone you want. I listed a family member that is not licensed, not part of GFI, where most other organizations we have seen that offer this feature. The beneficiary must also be licensed, must also be at a really high position within the company, and have a massive organization of their own. So not the case here, which I love that. And the fact that if anything were to happen to me, I know my hard work and my efforts will go immediately to the people that I love most. They'll be able to receive that and have that coming in, and that will be my legacy that I can leave behind. And one last little update. I know people from Canada have been asking me, Canada have been asking me, when will GFI be in Canada? I have an official update for you. The goal is by the summer. So we're thinking August at the latest, hopefully July. That will be coming. But we do have now the ability to do business in 33 different countries. We have the ability to bring agents on in those countries as well. So look out, because GFI stands for Global Financial Impact. We are going global. We are officially global, which is a really big deal. And for those of you that are in Canada that have been asking, it is coming to you soon. Next couple months. So if you want any information about GFI, if you want to learn anything about GFI, just connect with me. There is a link in the description of this video that will take you to my calendar. You can book a call with me and we can talk about any questions that you have. My team is growing, the company is growing, and it is my goal to continue to bring you updates about all of the amazing things that are happening here at GFI. Like I said, in my opinion, the thing that is the most important when you're looking for an agency to be part of, it's leadership and it's culture, because those are two things that you cannot change. You have no control over. So when you're looking for a great team, you want to be part of a team that's going places with a big vision, with a great culture, with great leadership. And that is, for me, the most important part. So hopefully this helps. Again, my name is Amanda Ryba, and it is my goal to illuminate to the world what wealthy people do with their money. And wealthy people are catching on to this. And I just met a gentleman today that came on board with GFI that has built a $250 million business with him and his wife, and they are a part of GFI, and they are building an agency here. So big things are happening. Amazing people are coming to the platform. If you want to be a part of it, let's connect. Click the link in the description below, and I will reach, or well, you can schedule a call with me, and we will connect, and I will get any questions that you have answered. I look forward to hearing from you. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and we will talk soon. Bye.